What's up, fight fans? MainmanMademan here. Y'all know how I get down. We talking boxing. Salute to the fam. Man, this Teofimo Lopez situation has just totally exposed so much of the crud and the dirt and just some of the messed up parts about boxing, man. This Teofimo Lopez situation exposed. I don't know if Teofimo knows how much that he exposed during this situation. Salute to the article that's been dropped over there on The Athletic. They let so much of this out, man, and it's just disgusting. It's really disgusting. All to see a fighter who wants to grow and expand his horizons, expand his earning potential for the work that he put in, and you literally have a promotional company trying to stunt the growth of their own fighter just to keep him down, just to keep him in place, just to make sure that he doesn't go anywhere or come back with a new attitude or anything like that. This is totally disgusting what Top Rank attempted to do to Teofimo Lopez. It seems as if, well, the gist of the story, for those who haven't seen it over at The Athletic, the gist of it is that an email exchange that went down between Top Rank president Todd DeBuff and a strategic advisor over at Access Industries, who is the primary shareholder to DAZN, the entire DAZN group, the app and everything else associated with DAZN, a man by the name of Mr. Kevin Mayer. So an email went down between these two in which DeBuff asked Kevin Mayer, and take in mind Kevin Mayer is also going to be taking over for John Skipper when John Skipper steps down soon. He's going to be the new chairman of the board for DAZN. So Kevin Mayer's spot is solidified, and he's going to have a major decision-making spot once he moves up. But it seems as if that this email was saying that the email wanted Todd DeBuff, who sent a link to an article where you got Eddie Hearn putting out quotes out here saying that he was going to make a bid for the Teofimo Lopez versus George Kambosos fight. And so Todd DeBuff sent this email back to him with links to it like, hey, man, he wanted him pretty much to stop this, if something can be done about this. And so Todd DeBuff noted that, Teofimo Lopez has been down with Top Rank since his Olympics, and we pulled him out of the Olympics. And we want him to be pretty much a name over here at ESPN and ESPN Plus. So we don't pretty much want him going nowhere else. So can you do something about it? And so it says that this dude, Mr. Mayer, then forwarded this to a man by the name of Mr. Ed McCarthy. Ed McCarthy is the DAZN COO. And so, he got a major position of decision-making position. It says that Kevin Mayer passed this on for further evaluation and for possible decision-making on this situation. And Mr. Ed McCarthy, as it seems, just a week or so ago, in the first week of February, had just asked Todd DeBuff for a favor. And that favor was, can you move Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor off of May 8th? And so we can make room that day for Canelo Alvarez to face possibly Billy Joe Saunders. And so it seems as if that Top Rank and Todd DeBuff did exactly that. And they moved Jose Ramirez and Josh Taylor now to May 22nd. So it said that after Mr. McCarthy asked Todd DeBuff that, and Todd DeBuff obliged, and they talked on the phone, well, it was understood by Todd DeBuff that Eddie Hearn wouldn't make a bid for this fight. And when they come through with their 1 point, they'll give a little bit more than what they probably asked for, maybe another 100,000 or whatever, than what they were going to give Teofimo. Instead of 1.2, he makes 1.3 or something like that. But they were going to win the purse bid because Eddie Hearn wouldn't bid. And that's pretty much the gist of it right there. Now, the crazy thing about this, and once again I go back to, is Eddie Hearn bid at $3.5 million. It's almost as if Eddie Hearn did a safe bet. A bid just enough to piss off Bob Arum, but low enough to know that he knew that he wasn't going to win that bid. That's just my personal belief. I think Eddie Hearn, as well as others, knew that Triller was going to get involved. They just did not know how much. But they figured there would be probably a certain number, like 4 million, that at least that Triller would give. That's just what I believe. But at the end of the day, Eddie Hearn didn't win the purse bid. He attempted. It pisses off Bob Arum. But the fact is, DAZN and Eddie Hearn did not win it. And so the thing about all of this, though, is you got the promoter of Teofimo Lopez trying to manipulate the market, going to the free market and telling them and trying to shut down portions of the free market that are interested in Teofimo Lopez. They were going to offer Teofimo Lopez more money, regardless of the reason or why they believe in Teofimo or they want to see the Teofimo Lopez fight on their network. The promoter, his own promoter, shuts that down. Shuts that down. This is how fighters go broke in the end. This is how fighters in the end don't have money to show for all of their hard work that they put in throughout their careers, because shiesty promoters in these networks, and they run in hand now. It's just, they treat the fighter bad. They control their earning potential. They limit them. They limit their exposure. They threaten to take things away from them, threaten to take dates and times and belts and all kinds of stuff if they do not lay down and bend to the will of these promoters or these networks, for that matter. The promoters bend to the will of the networks, and the fighters have to bend to the will of the promoter. This is a situation where Bob Arum is totally selfish and looking out only for himself and his best interests, for his company, and what he in keeping his fighters' price tag real low. It's really messed up. But this shows how dirty that boxing is. Teofimo Lopez's situation exposes just some more dirt and just the filth of boxing. Now, I'm sure Teofimo Lopez is pissed off about this, judging by his social media, and he's promising war against Top Rank for this. He may look for a way out of his contract. This may expose a lot and shows that Top Rank went behind his back and tried to do some live dirt, and this may play out real interesting in the court of law if Teofimo Lopez looks for the door. It'll be interesting. It's crazy, man. But this is dirty, man. Well, also, Bob Arum is also indicating that he's a little pissed off with Teofimo Lopez's manager, Mr. David McWaters. And he's also promising a little retribution against Mr. McWaters by saying that David McWaters has a few fighters that's down with Top Rank, and he's now going to be putting those fighters into more competitive fights, and he's not going to be giving them no gimme fights. So he refuses to invest hundreds of thousands of dollars into those fighters when out, basically no one's looking out for his best interest, and ain't nobody doing him no favors. So Bob Arum is pissed off, man. He is promising revenge against Teofimo Lopez's manager. He's got words out here against Eddie Hearn. I'm sure he's very upset, probably also with Triller. Who knows? He's saying that he's not upset with Triller, and he's happy that Mr. Kavanaugh of Triller got involved into the bidding process. That's what he says, but he's looking like he's just pissed off at everybody, man. And at the end of the day, it is what it is, man. It's just business, and I don't think this is going to end well, and it's not going to end pretty, should I say. And, I'm hoping Teo does what he got to do, And, also one last thing to note is when people say that there's some sort of understanding between promoters and, that they're not going to overstep each other's boundaries and stuff like that, I have to say I disagree with that. And that is because you got evidence, recent evidence for that matter. Bob Arum himself has crossed that particular side. Just think about the Kell Brook and Terrence Crawford situation. Remember how that all went down? It was Kell Brook creeping around with Bob Arum behind Eddie Hearn's back. And so Eddie Hearn refused to be involved with the Terrence Crawford and Kell Brook situation. He refused to go to DAZN and ask to air that fight, to show that fight, to give more money for that fight. Because Eddie Hearn was very upset at how Kell Brook conducted himself, moving around and conducting business and flying over here to America, conducting business with Bob Arum without his permission, if you will. And he was doing this even before say like his Mark DeLuca fight, even before the fight before Terrence Crawford, he was creeping around with Bob Arum. And so I mean, for people to think that's some sort of code or that's honorable or whatever the case may be, then no, that ain't the case. Think about what Leonard Ellaby was doing before he was threatened with Ryan Garcia, when they was trying to smooth Ryan Garcia, taking him out to the club and everything. And Golden Boy put something out there against them and forced them to stay away from Ryan Garcia. That wasn't no code. You know what I mean? That wasn't no understanding. These promoters are greedy, and they're going to take what you give them. This situation should tell it all. It should tell it all. And like I said before, at the end of the day, Eddie Hearn looked like he made a bid. And he talking a lot of smack today, and we're going to get into that on the live stream. But at the end of the day, it still wasn't. It was a bid. I'll just say that. It was a bid. But we'll see how this all works out in the end, man. This is just disgusting, man. It's just disgusting, man. Salute to Teofimo Lopez. Really being a Neo-type figure, you know what I'm saying? Breaking down the matrix. He not only broke down the matrix known as Vasil Lomachenko, but he breaking down the matrix of boxing, man. For real, bro. Layer by layer. This exposes so much, and it's dirty, it's corrupt, it's nasty, it's market manipulation. It's terrible, man. Somebody should have an answer for this, man. Hopefully Teo will get some justice about this, and this is just unacceptable, man. You don't sabotage or limit a fighter's potential, earning potential, exposure potential, whatever. This should benefit Bob Arum and Top Rank. But instead, he's thinking in a fashion of keeping his fighters' prices low, almost in a slave contract mentality, thinking of a slave like a slave master, and that's just being real about it. Thinking like a slave master. To the next video. Peace out.